The following is a special presentation of Pens TV.
The dead of winter can be an ominous foe. But for the Penguins, it's a storm they're made to weather. They're built for the march. It's the midway point of a journey that began in September, and with any luck, will end in June. It's the march to the playoffs.
Our goal at the beginning of the season was to win our division, and I think that still is, where the Rangers have a little lead on us, but we catch up with Jersey and Philly, so keep trying to reach the Rangers and try to finish as high as possible at the end of the season.
It was the end of January. Pittsburgh faced an uphill battle for the division crown, and in the first game after the All-Star break.
That was a game of which we gave up a lot, really coming out of the break against a team that was right behind us in the standings.
The Penguins had a 5-point advantage in the standings, but spotted Toronto a 3-goal lead in the game.
They score and the Leafs make it 4-1.
The Leafs were making the Penguins look silly, and it had nothing to do with the man they call Flower standing on his head.
And a glove save that time by Fleury.
Yeah, that Toronto game at home, we weren't very good, and we gave up a lot of grade A scoring chances, and Flower was, he was unbelievable.
Flower was amazing. I think we left him out to dry, not just with the number of shots, but the quality chances of rush plays. We think we gave up 32 scoring chances, and it took a huge effort to come back.
Going to the net, Holdeman shoots it and a save by Fleury. Finally to the rebound, stopped again by Fleury with a glove.
Despite giving up 4 goals and trailing by 3 well into the third period, Marc-Andre Fleury never gave up on his team.
When you're a goalie, you never want to get scored on, so it doesn't matter how many he has gotten already. You want to stop the next one, and I think with the team that we have, I know if I can keep the score close, we always have a chance to come back.
Fittingly enough, Fleury made a save that kick-started the unlikeliest of comebacks.
Checked in the last second by Fleury. And now falling down is Gardner. That gives a chance for Sullivan. Schen's back. Sullivan shot. Score! Kennedy centers it. Loose puck right there for Vitale. He scores! Joe Vitale makes it 4-3.
We were pushing the offensive zone and pushing the play, especially late there with needing a goal and pulling the goalie 6-on-5. Chris Letang in the sideboards, regaining the puck, making a play.
14 seconds ago, Letang again to Sullivan. Sullivan, and Neal, a shot, score! Deflected in. Malkin gets the goal to tie it at 4 with 6.6 to go.
To have him score that goal off his chest, that was big, because I don't think we had many goals like 6-on-5, at the end of the game, so that was a huge one.
And that puck looked like it hit Malkin right in the heart.
It was an appropriate place to find the game-tying goal. Evgeny Malkin sent the game to overtime, but there was no question who won the game for Pittsburgh.
Kessel, who can really shoot it, going way over towards the boards, coming in with an angle. Kessel, stopped! Fleury does it again! The Penguins win the shootout, and they've won 8 in a row.
I don't know if I've ever seen a goalie give up 4 and really deservedly be the #1 star of the game.
And tonight's first star of the game, Marc-Andre Fleury.
He's a great guy, first of all, and leadership and team, If you see practice, he's work hard every day, He's good experience now. It's unbelievable, He's learned every day, and we see how play good now.
Seeing Fleury play wasn't a problem. He appeared in 23 straight games for the Penguins, the longest streak of his career. But was he playing too much?
It's really methodically planned out at the beginning of the year, looking at the schedule, identifying the appropriate number of games for a goaltender, and really pegged Marc-Andre at the beginning of the season for around 60 to 65, in that range.
I really don't know what it's like, if that wears on a guy, if it wears on him physically, if it wears on him mentally, or if maybe Flower wants to play every game. I really don't know.
I like to play the game, so every time I can be in there, I try to have some fun.
I know he started to get hot and he started to play really well, and he may have, got one more start than was originally planned, but you stick pretty close to that schedule.
And he's stopped by Fleury. Stewart ended up with that puck going in home free, and somehow Fleury kept that puck out.
To me, he's one of the best goalies in the league, and I don't think he gets enough credit league-wide. Anyone who watches him play every night knows that he's one of the best, and he comes up huge for us nightly.
In big games, he's really been that consistent guy that really gives us a chance to win. And there's a little bit of flair back there. There's always the big save. There's always the smile behind the mask. But the consistency of where he's at in his game this year has really propelled us to be a good team, regardless of the situation we're in injury-wise or who's in or out of our lineup.
This has been a presentation of Pens TV.